Alright everyone, and welcome to this new series where I'm going to try and talk a bit about formations, because a lot of people ask questions about it, like what's the best formation to use if I want to attack or I want to defend better, but there isn't really any one answer. It's all about personal preference and what you get used to and the type of players you have. So I decided I'm going to try and review a formation every single video. I mean, I probably won't do every single formation in the game because there's so many, but I'll try and get through quite a lot of them, so hopefully I'll cover most of the main ones, most of the popular ones that a lot of people use. Also, if you want to buy some Ultimate Team coins, then be sure to check out UT Coins for You. I'll leave a link in the description, and if you use the code VIMTO, V-I-M-T-O, you get 5% off. So the first one I'm going to use, or I'm going to talk about, is the 3-5-2. Now it's a really popular formation, it's one that I'm very used to, which is why I decided to do it first. So I do know quite a lot about it, and I do know what its strengths are and what its weaknesses are. So the 3-5-2, well, it's very attacking, which is why I like it. You've always got a lot of attacking options on, because obviously they've got 5 midfielders and 2 attackers, which means you've got 7 players that are in the midfield and attack. But there is one thing that can make it a bit suspect, and that's the defence. Now, because it's 3 defenders, you might think, well, surely that means it's going to be hard to defend, you're going to get killed on the counter down the wings. But it's actually a bit of a myth, that really. If you have 2 wingers, this is the important bit, you need really 2 wingers that have high defensive work rates, and if you have that, then you should be fine with the 3-5-2, because if they have high defensive work rates, then they'll probably track back, and it sort of turns the 3-5-2 into a 5-man formation when you're at the back or when you're trying to defend. So that's the first thing I'd recommend if you're using the 3-5-2. Try and have 2 wingers who've got high defensive work rates. As you can see, I've got El Shaarawy and Thomas Muller, both who've got high defensive work rate. So as well as being really attacking, it's also really defensive if you have the right players. And then when you're going forward, you've obviously got your 2 wingers bombing forward, you've got your 2 strikers, the centre attacking midfielder, and then sometimes you can also have one of your CDMs can push up as well. So it's a really good formation because it works really well at the back if you use it right, and it can also give you a lot of options when you're going forward. So just in general, it's a really strong formation, both going forward and going back. One thing I would say though, it is quite hard for beginners. You do need to know what players to use, and it does take a bit of getting used to get the most out of it. But if you're looking for a new formation, if you want to look for something that's a bit fun or something that's different, then I'd go for the 3-5-2. It's very balanced, it does take a bit of getting used to. So I've decided to give it an 8.5 out of 10 rating. I would have gave it a 9, but I think it's a little bit hard to get used to, and it can leave you vulnerable on the counter if you have attacking wingers. That's the only reason why I wouldn't give it a little bit higher. But as you can tell by the pros and cons, it is a good formation. There isn't that many cons, it's just getting used to it at the start. Another thing to note as well, if you use it on head-to-head seasons, there isn't that many teams that have the suitable players for it, because you do need 3 good centre-backs. But it is better used on Ultimate Team than head-to-head in my opinion, because obviously on Ultimate Team you can build a team to its liking, whereas on head-to-head you've obviously only got a set amount of players that you can use in each team. But it is stronger defensively, high numbers in midfield, and it's great for retaining possession if you're that sort of player. So that's the 3-5-2 formation summary. Hopefully this helped you out a bit with this formation. If there's any other formation that you want me to talk about, then let me know. I'll probably do some of the more popular ones like 4-2-3-1 or 4-1-2-1-2, etc. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.